Hello to all my uniques out there. This is your favorite girl, Akudo. Welcome to your unique world. For today, the word we're going to talk about is support, child support, the other side of child support. We are so busy talking about the money part of it. Pay me this, pay me that, don't give me this, don't give me that. But we forget the emotional toll it takes on the children. We forget about the psychological toll it takes on the children. And those are the things we are going to talk about today. I'm going to take it in parts. I'm going to talk about the definition of child support. I'm going to talk about the purpose of child support. I'm going to talk about why child support. Then I'm going to talk about the toll separation takes on children that are going through this child support. And finally, I'm going to give advice on young men and young women, single men and single women, even married men and married women, what to do to avoid this whole drama. Because it can be avoided if we're a little bit careful. To all my returning subscribers, hello, welcome back. For those of you that are not part of my family, what are you waiting for? I have to put this on vibration. You watch all the videos, you might as well come join me. You see the red button that says subscribe, click on that button. Wait for the notification bell, click on that one too. So you will be the first to see my videos once they drop. Now, let's jump right into it. All right? What is child support? What is support? What is child support? Child support, most of the time, in a layman's definition, are the money or is the money given to either a father or a mother for the maintenance of the child. Let's say you guys were in a relationship or you were married, there is separation, there is divorce. That amount of money that the court system say you give the woman, sometimes the court is not involved. Some adults will say, you know what, we don't need the court. I'm going to be giving you this amount of money every month for the upkeep of my children. So that money you give to either the mother, a custodial parent, is called child support. Okay, so let's go to Google and see what Google says about child support. I'm going to read maybe two definitions to you and then we go from there. He says child support is money paid by one parent to the other parent for the purpose of providing financial support to a child or children. Okay, most frequently child support is paid by the non-custodial parent to the custodial parent, but this is not always the case. It's not always the case that it must be from the one that is the custodial parent, the non-custodial parent to the custodial parent. It is not always the case. But like the definition says, is the money paid to a parent from the other parent for the purpose of taking care of the child or children. I know why I'm emphasizing on that word, taking care of the child or children. Because most of the time, we as human beings, as mothers and our fathers, we have decided to take that child support money and make it our own money. It is aimed, the objective goal towards that money is to take care of the child. Now, let me give you another definition so maybe that will explain it better. The next definition say child support as assessed by the child support agency formula is meant to cover all expenses for children, including food, housing, schooling, clothing, and extracurricular activities. He mentioned five things. He said food, housing, schooling, clothing, and extracurricular activities, and any additional cost due to a child's special need. If there's any additional cost, the parent covers it too. But what is so sad to me is that some parents, both fathers and mothers, depending who is making the payment, once they give that child support, they don't want to add any other money. If the girl wants to or the boy wants something that they can afford, no, I have already given that child support. Remember, that is your child. Excuse me. And remember, that is your child. If you're living with your child and you have paid rent, you have paid the rent because your child doesn't pay rent. You have bought the food, you've bought the juice, you've bought clothes, you bought. Your child might still want something else. Do you say, "Oh no, I'm done for you"? So it is the same thing with child support. So when you pay that money, don't always think that $500 or $2,000 or $5,000 or $100, because some people is only $100 their child support is, because is giving based on how much you make. So whatever amount you think you're getting, it doesn't mean that that is the only thing your child needs. So let me correct that impression. That's not the only thing. If your child is a girl, maybe she might want to do her hair. If she's a big girl, she might want to do her nails. If she might want more clothes. And you know, the older they get, the more expensive. Trust me, I have three of them. The older they get, the more expensive they are. Sometimes they will start demanding for more. When they were younger, you can go to the dollar store and get them a toy, and they're good with it, a toy car. Now they'll tell you, no, that one breaks easily. You should go to Walmart. By the time they get to 14, 15, they don't want that. They now want Xbox, which is more expensive. So the higher they go, the older they get, the more expensive. Remember, most of the time, your child support is not evaluated again. Maybe you were paying $300 when they were 2 years old. They are now 15 and you're still paying $300. Common sense should tell you that $300 when they were 2 years old is not going to be enough $300 when they are 15, because $300 might be two shoes or three shoes for the 15-year-old. While when she was 3 years old, $300 might be shoe, clothes, her hair, and so many other things. So I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. So that is the definition of child support. That is what it means. And most of the time, I have seen cases where the man and the woman, it didn't work out for them. They don't want to go to court, but the man or the woman, they are honorable people, and they say, you know what? I'm going to give you this amount every month, and I'll still come and take my child to the barber shop if he's a boy. I'll still go take him to shopping and buy him clothes. I will still do this and do that, but this is what I give you every month. There is no cost system involved, and they do this between themselves. And the man is honorable and the woman is honorable. When I mean honorable, I mean every month he brings that money. He won't bring it this month, and 3 months' time he say, "Oh no, I'm not bringing it anymore." He brings it all the time. So the woman or the man doesn't see the need to go to the court, because you are doing the right thing at the right time. Okay? So that is child support. Now the question comes, what is the purpose of child support? Why do we need to do it? What is the purpose? From the definition, you heard what he said. It is there to take care of the child's expenses. Food, let me go back to it again so we can know what we're saying. It is food, housing, schooling, clothing, and extracurricular activities. Now, what is the purpose for child support? He says the foundation and the goal of child support are to divide the costs associated with raising a child or children. That is the purpose of child support. The cost associated with raising a child or children, to divide it between the parents. Two of them made the children. The father brought his sperm, the woman brought her eggs, and they fertilized it to make the baby. So he's saying that the purpose for child support is to share the expenses between these two parents, the expenses of raising a child or children between these two parents, unless the parents agree on a different arrangement. Child support is usually paid in the form of regular payments by one parent to the other to help support the child's basic needs. That is the purpose of child support. That's the second thing. The purpose of child support is to share the expenses of raising a child between two parents, and to make sure that the child gets what he or she needs. And it is paid in the form of regular payment. Sometimes it depends. I've seen people that say they pay once a month. I've had people say they pay twice a month. I've had people that say they even pay weekly. It all depends on how much you get paid, when you get paid, and that comes from. Some states they pay it directly to the woman. Sometimes they put it in a card like a debit card, and the woman gets the money. But it is geared. The purpose is to provide expense money to raise your child. And I wanted to talk to us here because most of the time I see so many of my unique fathers and the questions they keep writing to me and things they keep sending me in my inbox is, oh, this lady did this to me with child support. Why is it that we don't like to pay child support? I don't understand it. I've tried to wrap my head around it, but I can't understand it. Why? You brought this child into this world. This child did not ask you to be here. You decided to sleep with the mother. You decided to have sex with the mother. You decided to make love with the mother. You decided to produce this baby. Why do you think you are not liable to take care of this baby? Who is going to take care of this baby for you? You want the state or somebody else to take care of the child? That is your responsibility. That is your job. You brought this child into this world. I don't understand why fathers or mothers, whenever you tell them to pay child support, they'll say, oh, no, I'm not paying child support. I've had some people tell me, I'm going to hang into the marriage. I can't stand my wife, but I know if I leave, I have 3 children, and she's going to take me to child support. So I'm going to just hang in there, make myself miserable, take all the miserable things so that I don't pay child support. I don't I'm really trying, but I don't understand it. Why don't you want to take care of your children? Because some men will tell me, oh, the women use the money. Yes, I agree, some women use the money, but they still take care of the children. If they are not taking care of the children, then go fight for custody and get your child. But you need to take care of your children. You need to provide some money to take care of this child. You brought half of the sperm, she brought half of the eggs, and you guys made this baby. Don't you think it is wise for you to get half of the child's expense and let her also get half so that we take care of this? Most of the time, the custodial parent spend more money than the one paying the child support. But most of the time, we don't know. Because we that maybe I'm the woman paying the child support, I'm feeling like, oh, I'm giving him $500. Does my 2-year-old finish $500? You keep forgetting that she is the one, the man is the one that wakes up at night when your 2-year-old poop to go change your 2-year-old. He is the one that takes your 2-year-old to the daycare. He is the one that stays up when your 2-year-old is sick. He is the one that washes your 2-year-old. He is the one that feeds. So all those things you think, oh, is not money, but it's his time. And that is his child. Just the same thing if you reverse it for the woman too. The man might think, oh, I'm giving you $800. What are you doing with $800? Yes, you're giving $800, but she is there for your child. She's doing the pampering, she's correcting her, she's training her, she's doing the discipline, she's cooking healthy food, she stays awake all through the night when she's sick. All these things are time she is spending with the child, and you are not there doing it. And I'm not saying that money compensates for everything. Oh, since she's doing it. No, 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 that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying it is high time we begin to change our mindset. It is high time we begin to understand. Excuse me. It is high time we begin to understand that these are our children. That $500, $700, $800, $2,000, $15,000 that you send, it is okay. If you can afford it, my brother, my sister, give it. Your child needs money to be maintained. And if you can afford it, please give it. Now, it brings us to the next topic: why child support? I have said the reason. If you ask the reason why do I have to pay child support? I now want to tell you guys there are so many things you can do to avoid paying child support. You know that, right? And I want to talk to my young men and my young women. I want to talk to my unique singles. I want to talk to my unique married. I want to talk to my unique divorced. And I want to talk to my unique separated. This is a dilemma. This is really eating into our society. And I don't know what we're going to do about it. I decided to talk about it because I spoke to one of my unique guys yesterday, and he was lamenting about what transpired between him and the daughter, and he didn't know what to do. He has a 4-year-old daughter who told the dad, I miss you. And he asked the daughter, okay, do you want me to take you back home and tell your mom, instead of me to drop you off where your mom will pick you, so you can stay with me? I can take you to school on Monday and your mom can pick you up. And the little girl said, no, I also miss my mommy. I also miss my mommy. Because I think he picked up the daughter on Friday and it was Sunday for him to return the daughter. According to what he told me, when they got to the parking lot, um he has put everything of the girl inside the mom's car, and now went inside the car to bring the girl, and the girl started crying and said, Daddy, I miss you. He said, baby, I haven't even left the parking lot. How can you be missing me? And the girl said, yeah, I miss you. He said, okay, do you want me to take you back home? Go out there and tell your mommy that I'll take you back home and take you to school tomorrow. And the girl said, no, but I also miss my mom. I've been spending time with you. I need to also go spend time with my mom. And this guy said, it crushed me. I cried because I felt like this was something my daughter wanted and I couldn't give it. And then the 4-year-old looked up to him and said, Daddy, why can't you just go with us? Why can't we all be, in the same house? And he said it was so hard for him to tell the daughter, no, we can't. No, we can't. And after speaking to him yesterday, I decided to make this video today. You see, this is a very sensitive topic because the women will say, oh, what are you saying? Are you saying we shouldn't collect money? That's not what I'm saying. The men will say, oh, what are you saying? We should just give these women money to just eat our money? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we should always think about the children that are involved. If you're live for my brothers, now let me talk to my unique brothers. This is why you have to be careful who you sleep with. This guy was telling me yesterday, I cannot stand my baby's mama. But you slept with her. You got her pregnant. And you guys had this baby. I cannot stand her. I cannot stand her. Oh, I can't stand her. When you went to sleep with her, why didn't you remember you can't stand her? When you put down your pants, why didn't you remember you can't stand her? When you got her pregnant, why did you not say, oh Lord, I can't stand her? Now the baby is here and you can't stand her? Who is at fault? Who should be blamed? You and the mom. Since you guys knew you couldn't stand each other, why did we get pregnant? Why did we have a baby? Now we've brought an innocent child into the world that is going through all these milestones, that is going through all these emotions, doesn't know what to do, doesn't know what to say, doesn't know who to please. Do you know that some of these children, when they go to their daddy's places, they have fun, but they don't want to tell their mothers they are having fun because they don't want their mother to feel left out or feel that they are having too much fun. They go to their mother's houses. They don't want to come back and tell their father that they had fun. They don't want to tell their father that, oh, guess what? My mommy's friend was nice to me. So you are now making children make up stories, fabricate stories that never happened, because now they have learned to play the two sides. Excuse me. They have learned to play the two sides. They know what to say to mommy and keep mommy feeling good and not hurt. And they have learned what to say to daddy and keep daddy feeling good and not hurt. Two things they have learned at a very young age. They have learned how to manipulate. They have learned how to play with emotions. They have learned how to get what they want through their emotions. No, 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 no. My sister, my brother, we have to make better choices. If you know you can't stand that man, and you know you can't stand that woman, you know before you even start dating her, before you start drinking and getting drunk and saying, oh, I was drunk when I did it, oh, I was high when I did it, my brother, shine your eyes. My sister, shine your eyes. Before, even with my own children, I tell my children, don't go date somebody you cannot marry. That is a waste of your time. You know this man is not what you like. When you were dating this man, you know he was stingy. You know he doesn't like to spend money. You know it's all about him. You know he comes first, no other person. And yet you decided to lay down with him and have a baby with him. And now you're telling us, oh, he doesn't want to pay child support. Oh, he doesn't want. When you're dating him, you knew he couldn't keep a job. You knew he could not keep a job. What made you think that having a baby for him would make him keep a job? When you were dating them, let me talk about my sisters. When you're dating this woman, you know that she can cook. You know she keeps a dirty house. You know she cannot manage her money. You know this, you know that. You know she's cantankerous. You know she fights all the time. You know this, you know that. And then you decided to lay down and have a baby with her. And now the baby is here. That beautiful bundle of blessing is here. And now, oh, I can't stand your mom. Oh, no, I can't stand your mom. Hey, Bahapa, my brother, do you know what that little child is going through? Listening to you and listening to the mama? She comes over here or he comes over here. The mother is telling him or her how you are a deadbeat dad, how you are good for nothing, how you will never amount to anything, how you are this, you are that. She listens to that or he listens to that. Then he comes to you. What do? How the mother is crazy, how the mother is a lunatic, how the mother is this and that, and all the letters of the alphabet you call the mother. That child listens to that. What do you think that child will do? Who does the child believe? You or the mom? At a very young age, that child is already messed up, emotionally messed up psychologically. Then they begin to manipulate. They will tell mommy what mommy wants to hear, and they will tell daddy what daddy wants to hear. At a very young age, they have already started manipulating. They are too young to be exposed to that. My brother, my sister, let us be mindful of what we do. You don't have to sleep with everybody you see. Elizabeth, Udo, Stacy, this, Yolanda. You want to sleep with everything. You want to sleep and try and test everything like they are food. You want to test everything like they are something you're drinking. And then when the baby start coming, you don't know what to do. Then you start complaining. Oh, they want me to pay child support. Oh, they want me to pay child support. What is she doing with that child support? All that money. It's not your business what she's doing with it. You should have thought about it before you lay down with her. If you know you don't like the way she looks, then stay away from her pants. I said it. If you know you don't like the way she walks, stay away from her pants. If you know you don't like the way she talks, stay away from her pants. Having a baby for you will not change the way she walk, talk, or speak. She's still the same person. Nothing has changed. Now she is the same person that has a child for you. Let me talk about my brothers. Oh, you don't like the way he is. He's smart when he is. Don't keep your legs closed. Oh, he's so lazy. He's a bum. He doesn't work. Sister, keep your legs closed. He is very stingy. He doesn't like to spend money. Keep your legs closed. If we can I'm talking to my single uniques. If we can make better judgment, all this thing about child support drama, we are going to eliminate it. That's for my single uniques. Please be watchful who you lay down with. Please be watchful who you want to be the mother or father of your child. People don't change as much as you think they do. If he is that way when you were dating him, honey, he's going to still be this way. But now, addition of a baby that you had for him. If she is this way, sweetie, she's not going to change. The only thing you end up having is this way and a baby that she had for you. My sister, if you don't want it, close your legs to it. My brother, if you don't want it, put your thing back in your pants. Let us stop putting this psychological, emotional toll on these children, where these children don't know what to do. They don't know which family to laugh with. They don't know which family not to laugh with. They don't know what to do because they are so confused. Why? Because we decided one night of passion, one night of, sometimes it's not even passion, one night of drunkenness, one night of being high, one night of being in a compromising situation, produce this bundle of joy that you have put in the center of this. Now that we have gotten that out of the way, I'm going to end with this. I want to talk to my sisters, even my brothers too, but mostly my sisters. Some of us are not single, but due to circumstances beyond our control, we have been put, maybe we were married, but now we are divorced, or maybe we are separated, and now, even though we are not single, we are now put, our children have been put in a situation where we are receiving child support. My sister, my brother, it is not your fault that the marriage did not work. It is your fault that the marriage did not work. It can be your fault, it cannot be your fault. I'm not here to put blames. I don't know what happened. It might be mistake or whatever. That's not my concern. What I'm saying is, if it didn't work, it didn't work. Why do we have to take it out on the children? Our sisters will go, that's it. Why won't you drink all the milk? Why won't you drink all the milk? Where is your father? Your good for nothing father. He brought us here and left us and left. Now you're drinking all the milk. I'm not gonna. Oh, my sister. Aye. The girl is not her father. The boy is not her father. Is not his father. Why is it that everything that the little child does, you must take it and keep turning it, go through 285, go through I-20 until you get to bam to where the father is? It is your father. Why for example, your child didn't clean the room. Why didn't you clean your room, baby? Go in and clean. That's why you will never clean your room. This is how your father was when he used to be here. He will never clean nothing. That's why he abandoned us. Baby, this is a psychological warfare. You are destroying your child. No child wants to hear every single day that their father is good for nothing. No child. Put yourself in that position. You, that is a mother or a father, when you go to school or you go to the daycare to pick your child up, are you happy when every single time you come, they are telling you something bad your child did? After some time, you get angry, like, why can't you guys deal with it? Why are you telling me? Because something about life, nobody wants to hear the negative all the time. Imagine a little 4-year-old, a little 3-year-old, a big 15-year-old, a big 21-year-old, and everything they do wrong, you must find a way to bring their father in the center of it. Mommy, oh, my friend got admission into, well, you could have gotten admission too if your father did not leave us. Your father abandoned us here, that good for nothing man. After everything I did, God must surely punish him. Wherever he is, he must suffer. My sister, Abba, your child doesn't want to hear all that. What you end up doing without you knowing is psychologically breaking your child, your daughter or your son down, and the daughter begins to feel that men are not reliable. Your daughter begins to feel men are not reliable, men are not honest, men are good for nothing. My sister, you planted that seed in your child. My sister, you single-handedly planted that seed in your child, because every single day you talk about her dad and how stupid he is. Now let me talk about my brothers. My brothers, maybe you are the custodial parent, you have the child. Everything that girl does, teenagers are going to run their mouth. That's what they do. Trust me, I had 3 of them. You tell her, go clean your room. I said I will clean it when I want. Look at you. You end up like your mother. You will not have any man. No man can stand your sassy mouth. You see you? You are going to end up just like your mother. Chai, my brother, why now? Why must she end up like her mother? There is power in your tongue, go. I keep telling parents, there is power. The power of life and death is in your tongue. Don't always, this one, she's going to end up like her mother. Your mother, your this mother, you put all the letters of the alphabet B, C, D, E, 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 mother. That's who you're going to be. That's what you're going to be. You're going to be like your mother. Look at the way you're running your mouth. No man will keep you in the house. Okay, daddy, can I please get money to go with my friends to the mall? Why do you need money? This is the reason why, you see, you're going to be like your mother. You like to spend money. Haba, what are you doing? What are you doing, my brother? What? The same mother that you can't stand now. That one night you were sleeping to make that child, you could stand her then. Find a way and grow up. If you have an issue with the mom, go tackle it with the mom. If you have an issue with the father, go tackle it with him. And please leave these children alone. Leave these children alone. They are already in a very difficult situation. Don't make it too hard on them. Don't always throw the father's sin and the mother's sin in their faces like, oh, this, that. What you're doing is you're breaking them down psychologically, you're breaking them down emotionally, and then you're going to produce children that are going to be manipulative, that are going to manipulate situation, because they started doing this since they were 3. They started doing this since they were 2. Some even started at the age of 1. So I am talking to my married uniques, and I'm also talking to my single uniques. Life happens. Remember what I always tell you guys. 10% of what happens to you is life, is called life. Divorce is life. Separation is life. That boy that got you pregnant and is no longer in that relationship with you is life. 90% of it is how you react to this 10%. 10% that happens to you is life. Now, 90% of it is how you react to this one life. How do you react to it? You are divorced, that's okay. You are separated, that's okay. The relationship didn't work, that's okay. But are children going to pay for it? Are we going to use our children as weapons of destruction instead of enjoying and celebrating the blessings that God brought into our lives? Are we going to use them as weapon? Oh, it's your week to take them this week, but because I didn't like the way you spoke to me on Wednesday, I'm going to find a way and make sure you don't go with them. You're using your children as pawns. You will tell your children, go take this to your daddy. You will see, okay, you know what? Your child will come to you. Let me give you a scenario, for example. Your child will come to you and say something like, what will I say? They will come to you and say something like, Daddy, I want to buy a watch. Let me use my watch. I want to buy a watch. They'll go to their mother, I want to buy a watch. The mother say, why would I be the one buying everything for you? Your father only pays child support. And after that, don't you live under this house? Do you know how much the rent is? Your father gives me only $500 for child support. The rent here is $1,000. Our utility bill is another $2,000. Well, don't you eat? What do you, I'm the one doing everything. Your father is not doing nothing for you. Tell your father to buy that watch for you. You will see he will not buy that watch for you. Go see, he will not buy that watch, because I know him. He's a stingy man. He doesn't like you. He will not buy that watch for you. And then the girl will come to you, or the boy will come to you and say, oh, Daddy, can you buy the watch for me? And you say, oh, I didn't get paid this week, but you know what? Next week, I'm going to buy it for you. And then the girl goes back and the mother said, did I not tell you? Come on, let me go buy it for you. Your daddy will never buy it, stingy man. My sister, what did you get by this drama that just happened now? What did you get? You think the girl will say, oh, ooh, my mother is better. Trust me. I don't know where you come from, but where I come from in Africa, no matter what you do, a child will always look for their father. You can hide them, eh? You can take them out of where that state and take them to another state. You can take them and go to even another continent. You can go anywhere. When they grow up, don't you see them? Children are going to all these ancestral things. They are, even now, Americans are trying to go find their lineage from Africa. Children will go find who their father is. I don't know what it is, but it is common. People, even if you like, hide that child. My sister, you're not wasting your time. You think you can train that child and keep that child away from the father? They will grow up and they will go find their father. They might find their father and say, well, he's a deadbeat. Oh, what my mother said is true about him. I don't want to deal with him. But they will go looking. So at the end of the day, don't we think it is better to find a way to get along for these children? Since we have laid down and had them, don't you think, just my opinion, that we should all get along so that these children can thrive in a conducive family environment? We don't have to be together for us to raise our children. Since we have separated, why can't we be cordial? Why can't we be, we don't have to be friends, but why can't we be cordial so that our children can see how adults actually act? We can't tell them, oh, you are the bigger sister. Why are you treating your little sister like that? When we adults, daddy and mommy, we are here acting like children. And then we are here telling them, stop being mean to your sister. Listen to your sister. Be kind to your sister. This is how the world is. You are the bigger person. Why are we not the bigger person with each other? Why are we not the bigger people with each other? My sister, my brothers, I want to come to you. Unique is coming and appealing to you guys. Are you a single mother or you're a single father? Are you divorced or separated? Are you or in a relationship where child support is involved? That money is there for you to use for the expenses of your child. He said it's for food, for housing, for clothing, for extracurricular activities, and for school. That money is there. That money is not there because I have seen so many mothers and even fathers. Once they get, some of them that get like 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, even 10, 15,000, they now use the money to make themselves, they now use the money to go get surgery, they now use the money, and then every month that the money comes, they spend it. When your child is 2 year old or 6 months old and child support is giving you 10,000, your 10-month-old can never finish 10,000. Maybe you were lucky you had a child for a top rich man out there. Why don't we use what we can use and save the rest for our children? And then by when the child is 15 years old and is still 10,000, now the demands of the child is more. You can always go deep from the older where you are saving the rest and bring it and help. But the problem is we spend all the money. 10,000 every month. We spend 10,000 on a 2 year old. We spend 10,000 on a 6 month old. We tend to spend 10,000 a month on a 3 months old. And then when the child is 15, we are getting angry. There is no money. Oh, your father is a deadbeat. He has to give me more. He has to give me more. He needs to give me 20,000 more. He needs to give me 30,000. No. Maybe now the man has gotten a family. He now is married, now has children, or on the case of the sister, maybe the sister has now gotten married, she has other children, so the child support has gone down, and now you are mad. And now you're calling him a deadbeat father or a deadbeat mother. But you got 10,000 when that child was 3 months old, that the child was only drinking milk. What did you do with $10,000? My sisters, come close, come close. My brothers, you people come closer too. It is high time. Ndị Igbo, in my language, in Igbo language, they say, ka anyị ghara na ịdị na-arụzi onwe anyị arụrụ ala. Let us stop tricking our own selves. Let us stop deceiving ourselves and think we're deceiving somebody else. Let us stop deceiving our own selves. Let us stop lying to ourselves. My sister, my brother, you know the deal. I know the deal. You know the deal. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. Child support is important. My brother, any of my uniques out there that is not paying your child support, please try and pay your child support. Try and pay your child support. The money is not for her. The money is not for him. The money is for your child. You heard what the definition says. Money paid to a custodial parent by a non-custodial parent for the upkeep and the expenses of the child, for the feeding, for food, for housing, clothing, school, and extracurricular activities, and also some other special needs if the child has some special needs. When you pay that child support, don't say, hands out, I'm done, I pay child support. No. If you're living with your child and you pay rent and you pay light bill, those things you will do for your child ordinarily if they are living in your house. Please, if you can afford it, my sister, my brother, do it for that child. If they want something you can afford, do it for them. If you need to take them out and you can afford it, do it for them. The same way you will treat them when they are in your house. If you and their mother were living together, still treat them that way, even though they are in two different homes. For my brothers, I'm begging you, please take care of your children. You brought these children into this world. Whether you were high, or you were drunk, or you were upside down, or you were hanging from the chandelier, you made those babies. They are your responsibilities. You brought them into this world, and you should also take care of them. And for my sisters, when you get this money, use this money for what it is intended for. That money is not for you to go put eyelashes. That money is not for you to go pierce 15 ears, if it's 15 holes on your ear. That money is not for you. That money is for your child's upkeep. If you think you don't need it, open an account in your child's name and put it there. Because I've seen there's this sister that spoke to me, I think 2 days ago. She told me that her daughter, who is 8 years old, is very rich. I said, what do you mean she's very rich? She said, my daughter has a lot of money because her father pays child support of $750 every month. And the girl is 8 years old. She said, from the first day that man started paying that money, I put it in an account for her. I don't need it. I can pay my bills. I can take care of myself. I don't need it. So I save it for her. Any day she turns 21, I'm going to give it to her. Or when she gets into college, it might be instead of her going to get student loan, she will use it to pay for her college. And I was like, whoa, bravo, my sister. That was a smart idea. My sisters, you don't have to finish the money. You don't have to use less the money. You don't have to spend the money like you're crazy. Oh, because I'm getting it, I'm going to spend it. No, that's your child's money. If you don't need it, open an account in her name and just throw it in there. When she gets into college, she can use it for tuition. She can use it all. When she finishes 21 years, she graduates from college, hand it over to her and say, honey, this is your money your father gave you. Start your life with it. My sisters and my brothers, number two, let us stop using our children as weapons. Our children are blessings. They are not weapon of destruction. Oh, if he's nice to me, he will see his child. If he's not nice to me, I take the child back. If he says something good to me, he will see his child. Once he pisses me off, he will not see the child. My sister, who are you deceiving? You are not hurting when two elephants fight. Who gets hurt? The grass. You are hurting your child. You are not hurting him. You are not hurting her. You are hurting your child. Children, psychologically, emotionally, they are spent. At a young age, they are spent. They don't know what to do. They don't know who to please. What do I say to daddy to make daddy happy? What do I say to mommy to make mommy happy? What do I say to make sure that two of them don't get upset at me? And then the children, have talked to so many of them. They now start asking you. They are feeling like maybe it was their fault. They are unhappy. They see other children and say, is everybody with their parents, but I'm not? Maybe I'm a bad kid. A lot of things goes in there. My sister, my brother, if you can avoid it, avoid it. Keep your thing inside your pants. My sisters, close your legs. When you think you don't like the man, you know he's stingy. You can't stand him. He's not your type. He doesn't speak right. He doesn't talk right. He doesn't look right. My sister, stay away from him. Don't go have a baby for him. He will not change. My brothers, you don't like her. She is this. She is loudmouth. You don't like the way she speaks. You don't like the way she cannot keep a job. She is a bum. She is this. Keep your thing in your pants. Don't get her pregnant. She will not change. Now you are stuck with her and a child. Now, my brother, you are stuck with her and a child. My sister, you are stuck with him and a child. If we can avoid it, let's avoid it. But when things happen, maybe it was a loving marriage, it was a loving relationship before things went wrong and we separated, let us remember it's not about you, daddy. It's not about you, mommy. It's about the children. Let us remember that these are human beings that are growing and learning. They are watching you, daddy. They are watching you, mommy. What kind of a child do you want to give out there in the society? You want a child that is whole, that is healthy in every area. Let us be mindful what we say to these children around their parents, about their father or about their mothers. Let us be careful. If you need to fight, fight, but please leave these children alone. They didn't ask you to be here. You brought them here. They didn't ask you to bring them into this world. You made that decision and brought them here. And it is your responsibility to take care of them, not only financially, not about the child support. That's why I said the other side of child support. We are so busy with money, 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 money. We forget that emotions are involved. We forget that psychology is involved. We forget that these are human beings that are going to grow up and become mothers and fathers in future. What are we teaching them? We are teaching them this is how adults act. Oh, we get people pregnant and we don't want to take care of the children. Oh, we dodge our responsibilities. Oh, we call each other out of their names. Oh, we talk low to each other. We use derogatory words on each other. That's what happens when we sleep around. What are you teaching? Your children are watching. My brother, if you have not paid child support and you have been dodging child support, video is for you. After watching this video, I want you to go talk to that lady and tell her, hey, how do I start paying child support to take care of my child? Stop running away, my brother. Stop hiding. Most men are hiding because they don't want to pay child support. Have had this guy told me, oh, I didn't want to pay child support, so I quit my job so that I don't pay no child support. So now I'm not working, I'm working under the table, so nobody will know. Hey, yeah. Why would you do this to yourself? You have a good job, but you say that because if your wife goes for child support, they are going to make you pay a lot of money. You quit your job, brought yourself low. Now you are working little jobs according to him, under the table where they pay him, so that even if the child woman take him to child support, his child support might be maybe 100 or 200. Who is deceiving who? Who is deceiving who? Are you deceiving her, or are you deceiving your children, or are you deceiving yourself? Who? I want you to take a minute and think about it. Who is deceiving who? Are you deceiving yourself, or are you deceiving her by lying that you're making only less money, so you're giving only 200, or are you deceiving your child? Remember, when you don't make that money and you don't give that money to her, she is more frustrated. And guess what? Who does she take it out on? On your child. If you are a woman and you're the one paying the child support and you go quit your job, you don't want to pay, who do you think when he gets mad, he takes it out on? Your child. So you see, when I say when two elephants fight, the grass gets hot, you are up here fighting, trying to make sure I can stand him, I can stand her, I can stand him. We don't care who stands who. What we care about is the child. If you can't stand him, that's okay, sister. Bro, you can't stand her, beautiful. I don't care about that. What I care about is the children. What kind of children are we producing? Are we giving them adequate love? Are we taking care of them? Are we showing them? And I want to say this before I conclude. I have seen a place where, because these children are in two families, you have to watch out. They become very manipulative. They want to say things and do things to always have their way because they feel daddy is feeling guilty. He was not here when I grew up. Mommy is feeling guilty. She's separated. So I get to do what I want. That's what I say about manipulation. I get to say and do whatever. Remember, he or she is still your child. If you need to correct, you correct in love. If you need to admonish, you admonish in love. If you need to say, when you need to say no, no. When you need to say yes, say yes. Because you're separated, because you're divorced, because that relationship broke up, does not mean that your daughter or your son gets yes in everything. No, that's not the way to raise a child. She will get yes, she will get no, she will get a maybe. Just like if you all were living together as a family, the same way you would treat him or her if you guys are living together as a family, that is also the same way you would treat her, even if he or she is living in the dad's place or living in the mom's place. My uniques, I've come to the end of this video. I really wanted to talk to you guys because after speaking to this my unique that called me yesterday and him crying and saying nobody talks about the other side of child support, the emotional trauma, the psychological trauma. not on the adults, not talking about the adults, on the children. That people don't understand. That one night of passion can lead to so many nights of frustration, anxiety, weeping and crying for your child. That one night of being high and sleeping with anybody you see can lead to frustration, anger, emotional problem, depression for your child. That one night of being drunk and just sleeping with whatever you see, this is what it causes. Remember, before you do anything, my brother, zip it up. My sister, keep it closed. If you're going to do whatever you want to do, you see why the Bible says for you to wait until you're married. And that doesn't mean that if you're married, people don't separate. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying most of the time, you hear young men, the guy that spoke to me yesterday, he said, oh, I had my daughter when I was 24. Even before I had this, my daughter that is 4 years old now, I cannot stand the mom. We were not friends. We used to work together. Everything that comes out from her mouth, I can't stand. She doesn't like me. I don't like her. But that day we were at the company party, we were drinking. I was drunk. By the time I knew it, we ended up sleeping together. And she told me 6 weeks after she was pregnant. And that's how she gave birth to my daughter. I still can't stand her. That's what he told me yesterday. I still can't stand her, but I love my daughter. I say, but you see, the problem is you love your daughter. But yesterday, when you went to drop your daughter and had her cry, saying, I miss you, daddy, but I know I have to go with mommy because I also miss mommy. Why can't we all be under the same roof? And he said he broke his heart. One night of company party that I was drunk, and I have this beautiful, beautiful princess. And look at single-handedly, my actions is hurting her. What I'm doing is hurting my baby, and there is nothing I can do about it because I still can't stand the mom. I started laughing. I said, you see? So I told him I was going to talk about this today on this video. So, guys, please, 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 this is my last plea. Child support is for the maintenance and the upkeep of your child. It's not for the woman, it's not for the man. So, please pay your child support. Be a responsible man and pay your child support. Be a responsible woman if you are the one and pay your child support. Remember, your child is the blessing that came out of this, and your child has to be taken care of. You brought that child into this world, and it is your responsibility to take care of her. Child support is for your child. And mothers and fathers, let us stop this fighting and find a way to come together. Be cordial with each other, not for you or for him or for your sister or for your family, just for the sake of that beautiful bundle of joy that you both brought into this world. Remember to give us a thumbs up, share the video, and please subscribe to the channel. I want you to go to the comment section and share your thoughts. What do you think about child support? Do you think it's necessary? Do you think, oh no, the women are spending it or the men are spending it? Do you think, what is your suggestion? Please go to the comment section and let's talk all about it, okay? Let's keep it popping. Remember, you are beautifully and wonderfully made by God. That is why you are unique. Be kind to yourself and to each other. I love, 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 love you guys. Mwah! Bye bye.